Um, Graphing a parabola, problem type 1, here with Tiffany. I hope you guys can hear who my special guests are. And we're going to try to answer this. How do we graph this right here? Um, we want to plot the vertex and 4 additional points, 2 on each side of the vertex, and then click on the graph icon. Okay, so here's how I would go about doing this. Um, I know that anytime you have a parabola, normally it wants to go, its vertex, if you had like y equals x squared, would go through 0, 0. It would go through 1, 1. It would go through 2, comma 4, because 0 squared is 0, 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared is 4. It would also go through the negatives of those same points. And you'd have this beautiful symmetry that is the mark of a parabola, which is why it's called an even function and all that. Well, this one's going to do the same thing, except the 7/4 in front is going to make it go, instead of up 1 and over 1, it's going to go up 7/4 and over 1. So that's kind of hard to imagine, right? Because this is actually like a 1.75 in front. So maybe an easier way of doing this rather than going like this would be to make a chart where you do x is here and y is there. And purposefully, I'm going to pick even numbers for my x. Why? Because if I have an even number for my x and I square it, I will get a, a multiple of 4. If I have an even number and I square it, the product, when I square it, will always be a multiple of 4. 36 is a multiple of 4. Any even number squared is automatically a multiple of 4. You guys see that? An even number is 2 times another number. So I'm going to pick even numbers in here. I'm going to pick 2 from the left, -4, -2. I'm going to pick 0 because I know the vertex is at 0 because it doesn't say 7/4 x minus 2 or something like that. If there was a x minus 2 or a plus 2 or something in there, it would shift the vertex over, in this case, to the left. But there's nothing like that in there. So I know it's still centered on the y-axis. And I'm going to pick positive 2 and 4. So I go -4. Let me erase all these other things so we're not confused by them. -4 squared is 16. So then I go, okay, and I'll do some scratch work over to the side here. So when, I'll write it as f of -4. And that way we can keep track of which one we're on. 7/4 times -4 squared. That's 7/4 of 16. 4 goes into 16 4 times. And now it's 7 times 4 is 28. That's really big. So that means it's 4 comma 28. Ow. Right? But it's also -4. If it's -4 comma 28, it's also 4 comma 28 because of the symmetry. I'm going to do f at 2. 7/4 times, what's that? Negative, no, whoops, times 2 squared. That's 4, right? So this 4 up here will kill that 4 down there, and I'll get a 7. So this will be 7, this will be 7, and that'll be a 0. Now, depending on your scale, you might not want to use 28. So what's another easy number to pick? 1, right? If I do f at 1 or -1, I'll get the same thing. I'll get 7/4. Now you can put that in by using the function key in Alex that says like, lets you draw a line at any height or place a point anywhere. It's like x comma x or something. It's like a little function. So you could just type in the point 1 comma 7/4 and it'll place that point on the graph. -1 comma 7/4, it'll place that point on the graph. And then once you have a few of these guys, I'm going to make my origin way down here because I don't have anything that's negative, right? And here's my y-axis. And I'm going to plot these points. 4 comma 28 is going to be off the graph, but 0, 0. 2 comma 7, 1, 2, oh, that's -2, but who cares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right there. And then this 1 comma 7 fourths would be over 1 up 7 fourths. So a little shy of 2 on each side. And so you'd have something that looks like this. If you have 3 points, Alex will graph it for you. And that's it. That's how you do it. Do you know what key I'm talking about? The button that does, it'll plot any point. And what does it look like? Yeah. Yeah, what does it look like though? Is it this line comma line? Right. So it's a little button over to the side and it plots the point anywhere you want it. So on that, all you have to do really is just make a chart and graph it. Yep. So that's it. So that's all.